Despite some of the strictest gun laws in the world, last night a semi-automatic rifle was used to kill 4 innocent people in the heart of Midtown Manhattan. 27-year-old Shane Tamura walked into one of the most exclusive commercial towers in the city of New York, 345 Park, home of the NFL, KPMG, Blackstone, and he opened fire. The victims killed include a 25-year-old young lady who had just moved to the city for a big job, a young mother of 2, a security guard, and an NYPD cop guarding the property. The pictures, their stories break your heart, as they always do when a madman decides to terrorize the innocent in a country that is full of mental health issues, a lot of very crazy people. Almost immediately, we began hearing familiar cries for gun control in this moment, which a lot of people cling to, looking for an answer, and the banning of semi-automatic rifles, of which there are about 45 million in existence floating around inside of this country. 45 million of them. Tamura got his rifle by subverting the gun laws, the many gun laws that we already have, and then took it right into Manhattan, which has the strongest gun laws basically possible. And despite that, here is some of the response to what we saw yesterday evening.
I find it to be absolute insanity that we allow weapons of war to just flow freely on the streets of America. Guns can easily cross state boundaries. And this is exactly what happened here.
How did he get a gun? We know how. It's America. Guns are easier to get than affordable health care in this country.
It is finally time for us to have a nationwide ban on assault weapons.
Let's talk about how this happened. This is happening because there are still assault weapons in our country.
45 million of them. How are you going to get rid of all those? There is no more surveilled place probably on the planet than Manhattan, especially one so large. Every square inch of it is under some kind of camera. That's how we saw this young man so quickly last night. Shane Tamura's weapon was bought by his friend because he has or had mental health issues. And then it was taken right into a place where it is tremendously illegal. Last night's shooting once again proves that until Democrats devise a way to make the existing 400 million guns in this country disappear or self-destruct, that these strict gun laws do little more than inhibit the ability of law-abiding people to protect themselves in situations like we saw last night. And take it from me in Manhattan, the only people that carry guns here are the bad guys. Good guys, we can't have them, no matter how hard you try. As for Tamura, a history of mental health issues, blaming his mind on CTE from high school football without any proof whatsoever. Very much doubtful that that's the case. He went hunting for NFL executives, according to a note in his pocket, and ended up killing several random bystanders, as so often happens. CNN's coverage of Tamura last night was a reminder of just how warped the media is on race in this country, race and crime. Take a listen.
They know he is a male, possibly white. He's wearing sunglasses.
They do know what he looks like, male, possibly white, mustache, sunglasses. They do know what he looks like, sunglasses, mustache, male, possibly white.
Male, possibly white. Well, the picture, and we can pull it up full screen if we've got it again, had been circulating, this photo had been circulating for about 10 minutes when CNN was reporting this shooter as possibly white. Now, there's a chance they didn't see it, but that would just mean they're very bad producers over at CNN, which is hard to believe with how much money they spend on production. The real question is, why would anybody say the phrase possibly white to begin with? You'd never hear that kind of speculation about any other color of human being. And the answer is wishful thinking, of course. If the shooter is white, it affirms what CNN and the government have been trying to make you believe for the past several years, that white Americans are the greatest threat that this country faces. They've been trying to shove that down your throat for a good 4 or 5 years. Had Tamura actually been white, this shooting would have had a powerful political element that it is now missing for CNN. Because of that, the story will disappear fast. They won't be talking about this by Friday. And there's one more thing to expose regarding this shooting and the reaction to it, and that's the response by New York mayoral hopeful Zohran Mamdani, a cop-hating communist who is now the odds-on favorite to win control of New York City this fall, Mamdani, recently hammered by headlines exposing how radical he is, has had to kind of amend who he is, proving in this moment that he will say anything to get into power, writing from Uganda, by the way, where he is. I'm heartbroken to learn of the horrific shooting in Midtown and holding the victims, their families, and the NYPD officer in critical condition, who has now died, by the way, in my thoughts. Grateful for all of our first responders on the ground. Oh, so nice. Such a nice, moderate guy. Well, the real Mamdani, we should show you, actually celebrates the misery of police officers. In this tweet here, calling it a healing moment, nature's healing, when somebody posted that they had seen a cop crying in his car and was laughing hysterically at the idea of it. That's the real Zoran Mamdani that wants to run New York City. Demanding the police be defunded, calling cops racist. That's the real Mamdani, a silver spoon socialist eager to test out his theories on millions of people in the world's beacon of capitalism, the disaster that is pending for New York in the fall if we don't get it straight. Mamdani believes even the most violent criminals should face no punishment.
Are prisons obsolete?
But I think that, frankly, I mean, what purpose do they serve?
Right.
Right. I think we have to ask ourselves that, which is that, you know, I think a lot of people who defend the carceral state, they defend the idea of it and the way it makes them feel. Police as an occupying force.
You know, everybody's reporting the same stories, the same spin. You turn the channel, it's always the same. But not us. We're different. We report the real news. No spin, just the facts. Turn to us, and you won't turn back.
Tune in to Rob Schmitt tonight on Newsmax.